What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd and I am back with some more Age of Mythology. The Tides action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Ra. His name is Joe. His opponent today in the red color playing as Ra. His name is Kimo. The map is Ghost Lake. This is the Grand Finals for the Bill Gregg Open $1,000 tournament. It is currently tournament game for Joe, the championship game for Kimo. This has been an insane series so far with such inches and margins between these two. There is nothing between them except for 3 games that Kimo has won. Will this be the most hype reverse sweep ever? Or do we ring the conch bell? The conch horn, whatever it is, for the 4-0. Joe's going to be having to play out of his mind here to win this one. He went for his 3-town center play last game, and it worked really nicely for him, but he couldn't get anything out of it. And now he's going to be in a different situation on a different map with different resources, and he's going to have to approach it a little bit differently. On super high hunt maps, the 3-town center play works really nicely. But on these medium hunt maps, where you get like 1 or 2 patches of caribou and like 1 auroch, it doesn't work the best. So generally speaking, we see more 2-town center tar here rather than the 3-town center tar. And that's the way it is. And here we go. We've got both players are on their auroch. We've seen husbandry from Kimo, and we've got hunting dogs from Joe. So already subtle differences. Joe finds his caribou on the bottom. He finds his caribou at the top, so he knows where to go for them, and he will be slightly ahead on the food early in the game. Here we go. House is coming up as well for Joe. These blockages here are just to prevent early game cheese. Kimo's not going to know about this gold mine being so exposed, and it's probably not a bad idea for Joe to veto here. I wouldn't have been surprised, but it's a past veto time just because of this gold mine spawn. But he did find so much hunt, and Kimo only found 1 patch. And there's definitely another patch either over here or over here. Or it is over here. So he has, both patches have been found. But actually, Joe can get this hunt here. So maybe it's a potential 3-town center play yet again for Joe. We have seen him grab some wood. So that's it. That's it. We got the Monument to the Soldiers coming up as well for Joe. So maybe a bast? Could be bast here with all of this hunt. Could go 2-town center bast, 1-town center bast, 1-town center scarab rush. So many different options. Kimo is a straight down the line tar 2-town center Ra player. That's what he does. You see he's got 4 villagers on wood right now. He's wanting to grab the pickaxe as well as the Shadoof husbandry plow 2-town centers shenanigans. Whereas Joe, he's going to have the map to himself. He's going to have all this hunt. He's even going to probably be able to grab this hunt, and a bit overzealous to grab this hunt, but he might be able to grab it. But potentially going to be seeing scarabs here. If we see Eclipse, it does give away. If you see Bast, it gives it away. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Joe go Tar Sekhmet as something absolutely insane. And we are seeing him, because he does have the 3 villagers on wood, which makes me feel like that might be a possibility. But also he could have those 3 villagers on wood for the Sphinx upgrades and be going Sphinx here. You can build some Sphinx and prevent a 2nd town center, prevent a 3rd town center over here, prevent food from being grabbed, all of that other good stuff. We'll see what happens. Temple just about to get up. We've got just about enough food for Joe, just about enough food for Kimo to get to that next age. Both players going up for the 545 it's looking like. Kimo's going bast. This guy's clowning on him. He's going bast with no hunt. Surely not. Joe not advancing yet. Insane. He's going with tar. I don't even know what to say here. Second monument coming up for Kimo. Is he going to go 1 town center Scarab Rush against 2 town center Tar? The farm's coming out for Kimo super early. He's building him with the 1 villager. I don't hate that. It's smart because it builds them up nice and quick and you can transition nice and fast. Or you don't want to have multiple villagers building farms though. 1 villager on each. It's the same as, it's just because the farms build fast doesn't make it any less important. You get 1 villager on each of the farms. Build them nice and quick. Kimo's through Bast. Joe. I wonder what he's going to do. He's moving forward. He's not reacting to the Bast at all. He's like, I'm getting this town center. Joe's got 400 gold in the bank. 5 villagers left on the gold. You can just grab this town center. You can even grab this hunt after that. But, oh, the Sphinx is going to greet this. But Pharaoh's here. I think Pharaoh's enough. He's got a Wadget as well as Pharaoh. Rain comes down from Kimo. Not building anything else. Just building the armory. Going straight 1 town center. Fast, heroic. And we're going to see a 3 town center from Joe. No. He's going back to his base. This town center is just about up. Sphinx going to greet the Pharaoh and the villagers. Build an armory up to stop the Sphinx from jumping onto the Pharaoh. Gets spotted. That's totally fine though. Should be happy with that one. Couple more villagers for Kimo here. This is going to be insane. Got double monuments for Joe. So we'll see if he's going to spam out Bestuchos as a response. He's got Shifting Sands. I'm not sure if he can use it for much. Where's the 3rd town center for Kimo as well? It's probably over here maybe. Bizarre map. Maybe it's over in this corner. I doubt it. The Sphinx just checking things out. Segment coming through. It's a late heroic. 8-minute heroic here. And Joe's going to be going... I wouldn't be surprised if Joe doesn't build any farms. Just saves the gold for priests. Because you only need to build like 6 priests. And 6 priests is about how many farms you need to build. And he's still got berries over here. So berries over here he doesn't need to eat. He's managed to get 3 lots of caribou this game. So he's super far ahead. These Sphinx are going to be coming in red hot. Let's see what happens. Let's find a relic over here. Ring of Nibblegong. Villager's not getting built from Joe. He's looking like he needs to get to that next age. Joe, super close. There we go. Dumps the resources. Going to be advancing. Going to go through Hathor. No surprises there. I would have actually not been surprised if he went Sekhmet as well. Just to get the Citadel down on a location that the Scarab's going to be attacking. But Sekhmet's here. Migdol Stronghold down. The Scarab's coming out. You can only build the 1 Scarab at this point though. So you get only 18 favor. Joe going to be moving backwards. 2 town center. Qatar, Hathor has gone just straight to that heroic age. Is he going to build some priests? No priests just yet. Going to be trying to queue up that next Scarab. He's got almost the resources. Rain coming in right now for... I hate to see it. He's going the rain. The rain boosts... This is why this strategy is not bad for Kimo. The rain boosts his food when he needs it to get this next Scarab out. And there you go. He's going to have 3 Scarabs. And the Scarab's going to get gridded by the rock. Going to spot this one. Bestuchos getting spammed. Oh, Pharaoh going to catch him. The Pharaoh's caught him as he's building up the Migdol Stronghold. The Scarab's going for the main base. Are we going to see it? We're seeing a marker coming up for Joe. A bit more Bestuchos coming out. Where is he going with these ones? He can come in and hit the houses or something like that. Looks like the Migdol Stronghold's up. Bestuchos did get picked off. Pharaoh turning around trying to pick off the Sphinx. The Sphinx going to get out of there with the speedy shoes that he has. Now the Scarabs. They should just go for this town center, to be honest. You can just take that down and he's totally fine. But the Bestuchos, they're out. A couple of priests starting to pump out now. You could probably afford to cut villagers as well if you need to get out extra priest or something like that. There is the Pharaoh dying. The eclipse comes in as the army is spamming. Pharaoh kind of in the middle of nowhere, kind of on top of these guys. The villagers coming off of that Migdol Stronghold here. Pharaoh trying to kill these guys off. but it's going to be a slow death for these Scarabs as they take down that Migdol stronghold instantly. Now they're moving on top of this town center. The Pastouchos sitting in the back. Joe needs to get away from there. This is huge. This is no death. This is completely different to that Midgard game where Joe picked off all of these Scarabs. But now we're one town center apiece. No villagers were picked off. Migdol stronghold coming back up. These Pastouchos are here now to defend. And they do a lot of damage. They have, 100% bonus versus heroes. They already do a butt ton of damage. Now they're coming in onto the town center with Eclipse. This is going to be pretty brutal. He's going to actually probably be able to take down this town center as well, which is huge. But a big sacrifice. The Eclipse comes out. That's going to slow these Scarabs down quite a bit. Villagers come into the town center. What's he doing? You're panicking a little bit here, Joe. You need to repair the town center or something. Town center goes down. How much gold does he have in the bag? He's got enough gold here. We see the Locust onto the farms in the base of Kimo. That's going to slow him down quite a bit. Town center's going to be coming up, back up. So, 900 food for 2 town centers. That's 100 resources in the positive for Kimo. But also the Migdol stronghold. So, that's actually 500 resources in the positive, but no more classical god power for Kimo. The big issue here, though, is going to be gold for Joe. Kimo's got complete map control. He's got 5 priests to deal with the Pastouchos. How much gold does he have in the bank? 400. Does he have Skin of the Rhino? No Skin of the Rhino. These villagers are battling. They're going to be moving out, looking to grab this gold mine. They need it. The priests and the priests are coming in. The Pastouchos help out enough. Villagers moving in, looking like they want to grab this town center as well. These cavalry we're dodging the arrows over here, but not quite good enough. Villagers are on top of this gold mine. Still 13 HP left in that mining camp. The priest on the top. Nice micro from Joe managing to make this push onto this gold mine. And now Kimo is on 2 town centers and Joe's on 1. Joe still has the lead on the villagers, it looks like. Has access to this gold mine. It's got 29 villagers on the gold. Starting to pump out all of those villagers as best as he can. Pulls the Pastouchos back. Gets those priests into range of those chariot archers. Needs to pick those guys off as fast as you can. You don't need to pull all of them back. Just 1 or 2 of them at a time. Not focusing these down very well at all. Can chuck down a Migdol stronghold probably now. He's got enough resources. He's going to try and force it up here. He knows he has to. There's no priest in this army here, so he can kind of get away with it, even though there's more chariot archers. The Pastouchos just are so strong. And I reckon Joe's been in this situation before, where he's been like, sure, you can take the town center, you can take the Migdol stronghold, but I'm happy with Hathor and going late game here and just winning with Hathor Mercenary against your segment. These chariot archers can now get bone bow though, which they do have. That puts them up to 24 range, which is ridiculous when you think about it, because they can just attack from ages away. But this is going to be these Pastouchos here just completely rinse these chariot archers, and there's no good response to it until you have Son of Osiris. So we'll see if Kimo can somehow rush to the Mythic Age here or something like that. We are seeing yet again these chariot archers coming in, doing the damage. Some cavalry coming out though to help out. You want to try and get these cavalry in the front so they can run around and dodge arrows while the chariot archers in the back deal something here. But the Pastouchos are still kind of doing their thing. The priests doing their thing as well. Need to pick those guys off. Joe's still trying to fight this a little bit too hard. Kimo's got a lot of population here and Joe doesn't. But nice micro there on the cavalry on the side, forcing Kimo back here. And Kimo's on so many gold mines. So really good map for Kimo in terms of gold. But Joe's got 2 here. He does need to secure this market up the top, which is the big issue. For Joe in this matchup. It's going to be, I guess he could go for this corner. That's okay. Same diff. And we are seeing a market coming up for Kimo. So Kimo is claiming that top corner, which is the better corner for him. And obviously this corner is the better corner. We can see 1 cavalry sitting on this gold mine for the time being. And we still haven't seen any Skin of the Rhino just yet. Nice army here for Kimo, but it's only chariot archers versus these cavalry. The cavalry kind of win. Not sure why Joe's not fighting this anymore. He's moving forward. Just going to try and pick off the Pharaoh. Spam out a couple of mercenary cavalry. Don't overcommit to the mercenary cavalry. Just makes 2. Probably could have only just made 1. but trying to move forward. Nice micro from Kimo, managing to pick off some of these guys. The ball is really good. Oh, nice micro from Joe, or nice movement, army movement, picking off some villagers that don't have Skin of the Rhino either. Doing absolute work up there. Now the Chariot Archers are reacting over here. We're seeing a third town center coming up for Kimo. Joe, just about having resources for it. Should be able to grab it at some point here. And here we go, pushing off these gold mines. But there's still a gold mine over here. Still this gold mine. There's a lot of gold on the top side of the map that can be grabbed. It's a little bit easier for Kimo to grab than Joe, but you know, that is the way the map rolls. And here we've got these Chariot Archers. They're strong, man. Sekhmet Chariot Archers. They go alright. Not the worst things in the world at all. Now villagers getting picked off. All the other good things. Pharaoh moving up here as well onto this gold mine. Joe's got to realize he's going to be low on the gold fairly soon. We've got the town center coming up. Nothing over here to slow him down. The Pastuchos still here. He can start picking off villages here, which is pretty big. Every single one of these villages he gets is a big help for him. Some mercenary getting built for some reason. Sees the market over here, which is going to get shut down fairly fast. Migdol Stronghold. Looks like it's just going to be growing in, trying to grab this gold mine here, which is totally fair and totally reasonable. Better than going for the top here. We see some walls coming up, securing these gold mines, securing this corner. Market coming up for Kimo. Like the maps being split down the middle between northwest and southeast. Chariot Archers in the back yet again, helping out, but the Pastuchos, they do the damage. They're just picking off villages. That's all he needs to do. And Kimo is kind of happy losing villages because he's just spamming them out. No problem. And now we've got Siege Workshop in the back going up. Cavalry coming up. Feels good, man. Feels good. We got the Chariot Archers moving in yet again. Oh, we got the raid coming in. Can hit this gold mine pretty severely. Looking like, oh, don't go for the town center. You can't get into this location here. Migdol Stronghold for Kimo coming up. You're going to be able to stop that one there. That's cool, yeah. He's on top of it. Has to delete the Migdol, but he's going to lose some of these villages here. That's a nice raid. The Chariot Archers get split up from over here as well. Kimo getting a slight edge on the economy here. I think it's because he's got Sacred Cats. Sacred Cats gives yourself extra 10% on the farms. It's pretty significant. And I think Joe's only got Pickaxe and Plow, so he's really behind on those economic upgrades. He needs to start getting those out real soon. He's going through Horus though. How's the text for Kimo? Kimo getting Quarry, so still staying in that heroic age. So this is going to be huge. We'll see if the tornado can do anything or not. Oh, the cavalry on the back of those Chariot Archers, absolutely huge. Going to be able to do so much damage. Nice micro from the cavalry over there, or at least lucky movement from the cavalry in order to dodge some arrow fire there, but doesn't really get the full surround he wanted onto those Chariot Archers. And now that they're back in this ball, it makes it really difficult for Joe to get in there and deal any significant damage. Now, here's the big thing. This town center is in the middle of nowhere. This town center is in the middle of nowhere. So you can make a big push onto these locations if you want. You see the market going down. Joe could set up a market in this corner, control this corner, and potentially control this gold mine as well. We are seeing still more fighting going on here. These Pastuchos, oh man, you kind of can fight here with the Pastuchos. There's no priest. That's what you need. You don't need to send anything else in there. We just see Horus has come through. Avenger coming out. Pastuchos still on auto queue here. There is the tornado. Trying to pick up as many of these chariots as he possibly can, but the Migdol Stronghold is going to go down. The Siege Tower looks like it's going to be very close to going down. Pastuchos over here is going to be going down as well, as Joe's starting to make a push and controlling this portion of the map, but I think Kimo's not going to matter too much about that. He's going to get his own Horus, and I think Kimo can hold on here for not needing to use that tornado on anything except for a Titan Gate. You can kind of just go Titan Gate here. See a monument to the priest coming up now for him. But that's the only Migdol. Oh no, he's got a Migdol over here as well. I was going to say it's the only Migdol he's got, but it's not. Siege Workshop barracks coming up. Some siege towers here. Migdol stronghold here. Going to be getting some hits, some cheeky hits. See if he can deal with this or not. Cavalry moving up to this top sort of portion of the map. Joe could probably afford to secure this location a bit or wall it off. Something like that would be really helpful. But Joe is like full focused on pushing through here. If he can force, if he can like push through here and pick off the Citadel center, then that's real good for him, because that reduces the population back down to 160 if Kimo gets it back up, basically. Ooh, the Avenger spin, going to be slicing and dicing those villages there. But if he kicks off the Citadel, and that returns the population to even, and that'll really help out. And huge raid on these villages, and Kimo not paying attention to it at all, as we're seeing Joe slowly but surely move forward with these catapult. Now he's starting to get those economic upgrades. We're going for that llama camp for some reason. Not really important. You want to pick off these houses. That's what you want to do. Move forward these champion cavalry. Going to be doing a real work. They've got bronze armor. These villagers are all dying here, and there's a little gap that he can use to run in and pick off the villagers over there as well. Pastuchos doing work. Pharaoh comes in, does manage to snipe a Pastuchos in the back there. These catapult trying to take down this location here. We do see some catapult coming into this siege workshop here, but really you want to be focusing down. What you can focus down is the houses. Now the Avenger does dodge that Pharaoh there for quite some time, and he moves in and he's getting focused down, but he's not actually fast enough to dodge. 5.5 speed is fast enough to dodge. You can definitely dodge that there. And we're going to be picking off some barracks and everything else. Joe moving in here, but you can't be too overcommitted to this, because Tornado is still an option for Kimo. Pushing into Ra is really difficult. The trade route's been set up. Trade route is starting to be set up for Joe. Yet again, Joe going for a very peculiar trade route when he has this corner, going for this one instead of this one. Bizarre. Not sure I can put my finger on why he does this. Must be like a bad game somewhere where he got punished for it. He's realized he doesn't need to set up the efficient trade route until a little bit later. Or maybe he knows some math that I don't know. But here we go. Joe's making the move in. He's got good map control. While he's got this map control, he should be setting up over here and preventing this location from being grabbed. But now we've got watchtowers setting up, catapult moving forward. Mercenary cavalry going to start getting spammed out now. This is the dangerous part. Taking down this fortified citadel is difficult. And these champion cavalry, they do work, but the mercenary cavalry are strong. They stay alive for a really long time, and they do a lot of damage to these catapult. Trying to pump out these watchtowers in order to make the push through. He's going to be able to do it. They can't be Magi as well, so they are weak. Now the catapult, there's 4 of them. This is absolutely huge. Kimo not able to hold on here. Looks like this town center or the citadel center is going to be going down. The Pharaoh not empowering as well. He needs to drop that Pharaoh out of here and start empowering it if he wants to keep it alive here. But he's not doing that. He's got no gold in the bank for the mercenaries. Some spearmen are on top of these catapult here. Now the Pharaoh is empowering it, and it's going to be really difficult for him to kill it now. But it's on such a low HP that it may be okay. Do we see engineers coming through at all? No engineers from what I can see. Tex, Iron Mail coming through for Joe. These catapult getting awfully close to dying, and now we're only on 2 left. 1 coming in at the back here, but all the catapult get picked off. The Citadel Center has been saved for the time being here, but this is like good trades while this is going on for Joe, so he can conceivably do this for ages here if he wants to. And here we go. We've got the mercenary cavalry coming down, like the town center gets picked off. Catapult in the back, just about to die. Oh, he keeps it alive just slightly, but he needs to get the champion chariot to pick off that Pharaoh. He just needs to sacrifice it a little bit or something like that, because it's just too much. See an Avenger coming in here, which is going to help out quite a bit. But there is a Pastustros to pick him off. Now Joe has to kind of back off. Kimo's actually managed to stabilize here. He's got out some of those spearmen. So that's going to be really good for him. He's got the spearmen, but we also have Joe set up with barracks as well, but I'm not sure what his spearmen are looking like. Yeah, he's got no upgrades for his spearmen yet, so he shouldn't build them until he's at least got heavy spearmen or something like that. But Joe looking for some more raids. Maybe if he realizes that this location here is completely free to send some villagers forward. He's got mud brick, so I think he's got mud brick. No, he's got no mud brick. He's been spamming Pastustros all game. Fair enough. Realizes he needs to do that because it's important for his survival. Another Migdol stronghold coming up. But like these champion chariots, or not even just champion chariots, he could just sit in this location here with some army and pull up some watchtowers. Would be a really, really good idea. Another catapult's up, going to stop this Migdol stronghold from coming up. Really, really good. But remember, Kimo still has Tornado, which basically means he has a Titan Gate over Joe. And Kimo's also got this insane trade route. What's he getting? 109 gold to 47. So it's half gold for Joe. I mean, it's not exactly half because the camel caravans travel less far, but it is like exponentially more gold. And here we go. Kimo's still spamming those mercenary out. And Joe's hit this brick wall, and here we go. I love it. He's figured out that this location is an option. We've got the Pharaoh out, not the Pharaoh, the Priest out, and the mercenary cavalry spamming over here. He needs to send these chariot archers and everything else over here right now. And if he can get in here, this is going to be huge. The mercenary cavalry action, very, very good. But now maybe Joe can push it in this location as well while the reaction's over here. These villagers getting picked off. They do have Skin of the Rhino now though, so they do survive for quite some time. And we'll see if that matters or not. Setting up the towers in the back so that he can move forward. Very, very standard. But now the watchtower gets picked off. No longer has that watchtower there to help out. Villagers building up watchtowers on the front. You can start looking to take down the fortified citadel again. I really want Joe to throw up some walls as well. So if he actually had thrown up walls instead of like all the towers on the push before, he probably could have picked off the citadel in hindsight. If you get some walls up, then it's not going to work anymore because there's catapult for Kimo, but we'll see what he can do. The catapult looking to try and take down the siege workshop over here. Still no, looks like Kimo hasn't realized this weakness here. Just a Migdol stronghold here would be enough for him, but I guess he's kind of short on the gold, so he can't really afford to do that. Joe, on the other hand, he's not spamming mercenary. He's just spamming these barracks and watchtowers. So he's basically grabbing all the technology that he needs, I think. Iron shields, stones of red linen. What is that? I've got no idea what stones of red linen is. Is it like a oh, there it is. It's catapult upgrade. Get yourself an extra 20% on the catapult and the damage. I'm surprised we haven't seen engineers out just yet for Joe. Such a huge upgrade. In terms of, it gives you like 25% extra damage or something, which if you compare that to like the line upgrades, it's almost like medium champion and, sorry, medium heavy and half champion for like only 800 resources, which is pretty big. But there it is, there's the engineers. Now these catapult can start packing a punch. Has to keep running away. I'd love him to just build some walls here to give him a retreat path. Then start moving forward on the walls, build a box. That kind of thing. So we'll see. He needs to fix up this market again. It's not efficient. If he gets the market over here, he's got more gold income than he needs. And he needs to not over trade route here. That's going to be an issue. Very difficult for him, but we'll see if he can do anything here. But now the spearmen taking out these mercenary cavalry, the catapult taking down this location over here. We've got a catapult trying to take out this over here. I think these mercenary cavalry are coming in. I wonder how long they last for. I feel like Joe should be able to push through here. Maybe a better option would be siege towers. They live a little bit longer than the catapult and you can kind of protect them a little bit easier. Might even be able to like make a wall around here and then build a siege tower right in there. That's something a little bit funny. He stopped building his Pastchus over here. Does not need them anymore. Kimo is pausing for some reason. And we're going to have a quick break while the pause happens. Yeah. I think both players' trade routes right now are... They're about as good as each other's, right? $17, $18, $19, $20, $22 versus... Oh no. He's got so many. He's got like 30 plus camel caravans and they're trading efficiently. Insane, insane. Yeah, I don't see Joe being able to hold on here if he doesn't get a market up. He needs the market up in the corner. So the God Powers left is Shifting Sands for Joe and Tornado for Kimo. So both players have an option to deal with the Titan Gate. It's just that Kimo's option is a little bit less of an issue. Kimo says, thank you already. I have no power of this. This is just the players. There we go. Ready. And we are starting villagers running away. We're seeing maybe Joe. That gives Joe the time to remember to fix his trade route. Because he's playing so... He's like doing so much stuff and the villagers are running into this corner here. So time to build the market up here, bud. And there we go. It is not going up. He sent villagers here but not putting it there. There's the Titan Gate. I was getting a lumber camp. Oh. Here's the Titan Gate, and Joe's going to go for his own Titan now, I assume. What Joe could do is wall here, and wall over here, and here, and here, and then maybe be able to prevent any of that shenanigans there. And there's the Titan Gates going up. We've got walls coming up, so you don't see the stuff there. Where's the Titan Gate for Joe? He's got no favor. What's he been spending favor on? Oh, there it is. He's getting it out now. We'll see if Joe needs to basically build out a bunch of siege towers and do what he did to the Wonder the other game. Otherwise, he's going to be in a real rough position here. Also, walls up for preventing a tornado on your Titan Gate. Super important. Just anywhere, like even putting the Titan Gate here, wall might be enough. Might be able to prevent line of sight or something. So we'll see what happens there. Also, Joe needs to somehow get line of sight on this. So where's his siege tower? Is he building up some siege works back here? Joe's just chilling. Doing his thing. Slowly but surely getting some stuff going, but I don't see what his plan is here. I mean, go for the trade route, I guess. But what's that going to do? You need to stop the Titan Gate. Joe, please. Please, you need a Shifting Sands onto the Titan Gate. Where is he going to put his own Titan Gate? There's already... He can't put it down. And the Titan Gate's going to be up. The Titan's already going to be up. So it's just like AFK now. What the hell? No. Okay, he's got quite a few. Okay, he's got quite a few catapult here. He can shift in there, delay the Titan. He may be able to even stop it. If you can get these chariot archers through, and he's found a way. The chariot archer is going to get in here. It's going to be at 85%, 90%. Ghost building's coming in for Kimo, but there's a gap through the wood. He gets through. He's in here. The shifting sands is going to come down. Titan gate is going to get. Or is it going to get prevented? Oh, the Titan gate! Ah, he stops it! He stops it, but Tornado comes down. He gets Tornado comes. Okay, so Joe has to get his Titan up now as fast as he possibly can. He's got a couple of mercenary here to just delay this as much as he can, and we're seeing walls getting thrown up. Joe is in a panic right now. He didn't even finish the Monument to the Pharaohs. He needs like every single one of his villagers onto this Titan gate at this point. Does break through this wall, but it's not quite enough. Wall's coming up now for Joe. The Titan's up, and he's going to be making his way, making a beeline for this Titan gate. But we'll see if the trade route delay for Joe is going to be enough or something like that. We've got some shenanigans going over here. We've got some villagers moving forward, looking like Kimo's starting a wonder now. Just no care in the world. Just wants to end this game right here and now. We'll see if that matters or not. If the siege towers, if they were siege towers instead of catapults, maybe the tornado defense wouldn't have been the same thing. But he might not have been able to get on top of it or something. Now we've got. Is there a route through here with a rock? There is a route through here for a rock though. So rock dropping this wonder is going to be a possibility. We do see the Titan is coming in. We've got the catapults in here already. And he's on top of this town center. But Joe's going to be blocking with everything that he possibly can. Catapults and all that other stuff. We're at 60%. He's going to be sending his camel caravans over here. He's a little bit late and going to be having to build the armory. He's going to make the armory in time. He does make the armory in time. No, he doesn't make the armory in time. This is really, really bad for Joe. This Titan he's so close. He's so close, and he's going to do damage. He does damage. He's hitting the Titan gate, but the Titan turns around. He turns around. The camel caravan's going to be able to tank for a little bit here, but will this Titan get up or not? He needs to send more camel caravans over here. The granary dies. Villagers are still trying to get this one up. Nice camel caravan delay, but they're all out. And we're at 86% more camel caravans coming in. No, he's running away. And they do manage to bash down the ground, making the villagers get off the Titan gate there. But this is so tense. He needs more camel caravans. Bashing down the market. He's going to find a way through. No, not just yet, but the Titan gets 92%. He managed to bash it just a little bit, and these are going down ever so slightly, 95%, 96%. The camel caravans, they're just blocking. 99%, the Titan's up. Joe does it. He manages to get the Titan up, but at what cost? His trade route is completely dead here. Just build some more markets, get the trade route up. The ballasted towers are here pushing in onto this town center. The Titan turns around. He's deciding, I need to go onto this town center, but the Titan is at 5,600 HP. The wonder is up for Kimo though. Now it's Titan v Titan. Joe has to build his own wonder now. Surely that's the option. He's got a bunch of catapult here. Could build a rock if he wanted to. Try and move in, pick off all of these ballasted tower, and then just fight the Titan here. And it's going to be an interesting game here. I can't believe that happened. The Titan was this close to the Titan gate. Man, Joe just knows. He just knows that the secret. Now, Titan is going to greet the other Titan, and we're going to fight each other. Joe not paying attention, though. A couple of free hits. No, Joe. The Kimo Titan just goes even. 3 free hits. And now it looks like Titan from... Oh, he's running away? Joe, what are you doing? It's impossible to stuff up. You just right-click on it and you leave it. He does have some catapult here. This is going to end up being a Kimo winning this Titan fight. He's got the catapult in the back, so they do a lot of damage to him. But why? You had 2,000 HP advantage. That was so dumb. I'm so sad for Joe right now. That missed micro after all of that. Now the Titan's gonna fall. Maybe even pick off... No, he doesn't pick off the town center. Oh my god. Joe's sitting at 125 pop to 160 pop. Needs to sort that one out. We've got watchtowers coming up everywhere. Temple coming down. Got 8 minutes left on the Wonder. This town center is going down, and Joe just cannot compete with Kimo here. Kimo is just utilizing his population incredibly well. Scab's coming out as well to help out, and he's just taking down this town center and everything else. If Joe's Titan won then, which it should have by all metrics, if Joe's Titan won that fight then, none of this would be happening. He would have kept this town center alive, and it would have been totally fine. But now he's lost houses. He hasn't been spamming units. The town center's down. Kimo's grabbing the town center for himself. Joe. Oh no. Okay. Oh, we've got Mercenary spamming and Joe taps out. GG. My god, Kimo. What did I just watch? What did I just watch? What a fiesta! I have no words. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this game, please rate, comment, subscribe, hit this notification bell if you like my videos. Want to see them as soon as they come out. My name's Boy. I will see you guys next time.